Hey there, I'm Jesse, and you're listening to the Deep Lore Boys podcast, where me, Matthew, and Jackson delve into the random, rare, and often ridiculous pieces of human history. Out of nowhere, this dark-colored demon truck appeared.
I wish we had a race of sentient frogmen.
It went for a little sip, drowned, and then it got blown up by the FPO.
No,
They're
okay,
like-
wait. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Deep Lore Boys podcast. Today is a bit of a special episode. We've got with us good friend and non-reptilian guest star, Ben.
Yeah!
Yo.
Ben.
I'm here.
Here he is, the man himself.
We have never
up?
gotten a guest on the podcast before, so we figured we would start with episode 20 here.
Well, that's not
And,
true. We had that one guy on the podcast.
Which
that-
guy?
Oh, well,
Nah.
Like Scout?
Anyway, moving on. Ben on the podcast, everybody.
Ben on the
Yo,
podcast.
what's
So-
what's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's up?
All right, Ben, tell them a little about yourself. Give the viewers a bit of an intro.
All right, well, I'm Ben. I'm married. I've been divorced twice. I work at a steel mill, and I'm a chronic
Steel
alcoholic.
meal.
A steel meal.
Steel mill.
Steel meal.
Yeah.
Ben on the podcast.
Yeah.
I
I don't know what I was
Yeah.
expecting from that intro, but you delivered beautifully.
Thank you.
He told the truth, man. Oh, we should preface for the listeners out there. Yeah, Jackson isn't in this episode. He died.
Yeah, that,
Jackson's
If you
gone.
couldn't
Whoa,
tell
whoa.
already,
Yeah.
You told me he was just unavailable. He's dead?
He's gone.
Yes, Jackson is not here for this episode, but that is not to last. We'll get the lad back. If we have to resurrect him, we will. We're gonna go over some epic lore here with Ben in a moment, but first,
plenty.
Matthew, you wanna you wanna tell him what happened?
Yeah, so the other day I was chilling on the porch, cracking open a cold one, sitting back,
Okay.
watching somebody get pulled over by the cops across the road.
All right.
Usual 3 a.m. business. Well, I felt a little something going on, and
in my inside.
Yeah,
Psychic powers.
and I realized I pooped my pants, and so I had
No.
to get up. And then
Right.
I checked my phone on the toilet, and I was like, man, we had 100 subscribers, boys. That's a big number. That's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Triple digits.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for sharing the podcast with your friends and checking out the new episodes when they drop. We really appreciate it. As small as the Deep Lore Boys community is, we've had a lot of really, really great feedback, and it's kept the podcast going, and we're glad that you guys enjoy it. So keep doing that. So, Ben, I don't know what all you've brought to the table tonight in terms of lore goes, but I do know
lot.
that you hinted at one particular tale, one piece of rare history,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that is the Demon Truck of Seven Hills Road, Maryland's strangest haunting.
Ah, yes, the demon truck.
So, break it down for us. Give us the scoop here. What's the lore?
The demon truck is like, it's even rare to know about in Maryland itself, because I don't think even like most Marylanders don't even know about it.
You grew up in Maryland, you and Matthew, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that's our stomping grounds.
Maryland man.
Basically, you are driving down this road, this specific road, the College Avenue Road, Seven Hills Road as they call it. Once you do that, apparently a ghost vehicle appears right behind you. Like it is right behind you this entire time. And
Oh,
it follows
shoot.
you all the way, all the breadth of the road itself. Which actually, the road itself is kind of long, actually. It's about 2 miles long.
Okay,
So-
that's a pretty good road.
Apparently, it causes you to crash, not necessarily crash into you.
Wait, does it like
Oh, so
take
it's more
over the
like-
wheel and just like
so
make...
it's the goal is to like spook you out while you're
Right.
going down the road, and then you
Huh.
like drive off and you die. Is the whole gist of it. So it
Oh.
appears out of nowhere. It's a ghost right behind you, and it just follows you the whole way.
Hold up, this article says it's claimed the lives of dozens of young drivers in
Yeah.
the last decade.
and injured hundreds more.
Jeez. Wait,
What is
hundreds?
happening on this
This thing's
road?
got...
This
Yeah,
thing's got
like-
a tally, bro. Holy.
This thing's got a massive kill count. So there's a specific story of a family of 4 who had quite the hair-raising encounter with the demon truck.
Yep.
They claim that on October 11th of November 2011... Wait, what? That is literally
on.
what it says.
What
On
the
October
frick?
11th of November 2011
Wait.
is how the
Hmm.
article is written.
This
Yeah.
article is very reputable. That's the first thing I want to say.
Like, this gives the Smithsonian a run for its money, for sure.
In any case, whether it was October or November, this family of 4 set out and they were like, all right, we're going to put the kibosh on this. We're going to figure out whether or not this demon truck is real.
Right.
It was like going squatching on the weekend, but instead of
Basically.
Bigfoot, you're looking for the ghost truck. They made sure that no one was driving or walking around so they could just zoom down the hills. And
Right.
allegedly, they hit about 93 miles an hour.
You at that point you're going literally like for every hour you're traveling, you're going 93 minutes. That's wild, dude.
So they go just freaking zooming down this road, which
Right.
is a super bad idea, but I digress. They didn't see anything. So at the end, they made a U-turn and they tried again. And they did this about 5 times and got nothing. But just when they started to let their guard down, they raced down the street a little after midnight just to, apparently, according to them here, enjoy the butterfly feelings they got in their stomachs.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this
No.
dark-colored demon truck appeared. It says we had panicked and drove even faster, hitting about 98 miles per hour. They went up a whole 5. They were really
Yeah.
really pedal to the metal here. And they were hoping the truck would slow down and back off, but it didn't. It just kept right up on their tail. And they expected to get rear-ended, but they reached the end of the road and the truck disappeared. They say, we don't know what we experienced that night, but we still think it was the ghost truck. We may never know.
Well, fellas, let me tell you, I believe in this myth as well.
That
mean,
is.
I think this is
100%.
definitive proof. We should go to Seven Hills Road and drive.
That's
hit
the
all-
I
thing,
would
man. We
love to.
need to go. We
We
need
gotta
to check
go.
it
Gotta
out.
find them.
I'm not going 98 miles an hour. The demon truck allegedly appears even if you're going the speed limit, so
Yeah.
I gotta
maybe
know like
not
how many
necessary.
people drive on Seven Hills Road, and then what percentage of
Um,
them encounter demon truck.
We should go to the area and like ask around.
Yeah,
aren't there people that live on Seven Hills
Yeah,
Road, though?
no,
Yeah.
like,
Like
It's
right
a, It's a
there.
populated place.
It's not
so-
exactly like some backwood area. By the way, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour. So
wait, they only do that for like really urban or like school areas.
But this was the 70s though. This wasn't the
Yeah, in the 70s, that's a little different.
Well,
but-
no, this family that was whipping down at stinking Mach 7, that was
Oh, you're right.
2011.
That's a bit of a problem.
That was only like 10 years ago almost.
Let's see. I'm going through the whole thing on Google Maps. Yeah, it's a nice road. Like, it's not just some back road.
These people should be arrested immediately. I can't believe you're going 98 miles down this road. Like, there are houses right
going-
there.
Honestly,
There's a driveway that leads out of the woods onto the
I don't
road.
want to, like, disrespect anybody that's, like, lost their life here. But maybe the demon truck shows up because it's like, dude, you are
Maybe it's
going
an officer.
4 times over
Maybe
the
it's
speed.
just-
Maybe it's a
It's
police
just-
officer.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I
right.
was saying.
It's just a
Shows
cop that
up.
shows up.
Yeah, like there are literally houses here. This is like a developed neighborhood.
Right.
It's actually like a
Yeah.
really peaceful neighborhood, though.
Not for long.
Not
Now
for
when we
long.
go there, dude, it's gonna be,
Dude, when we show up, man.
there's gonna be death all over the place. We need to watch out.
Hold on, theory. What if the demon truck is an actual truck driven by an actual dude, and maybe
Yeah.
He just
That
gets
is
maybe
probably-
some
mad.
like
Yeah.
some idiot teenagers flew down the road and like killed his dog a while back. So he like went full Punisher
Oh, man.
and just got in the car, and now he chases people that are going too fast and just runs them off the road.
Dude, that's like Monster House origin story.
So on the article here, it says no one seems to be exactly sure on like when the legend started, when the demon truck first appeared.
Yeah.
But the trees along the road bear the marks of countless car accidents that have occurred over the years,
Mm.
many of which have forced the city to repave, install guardrails, and alter speed limits. that might be why it's 25 miles an hour.
That
might
makes
be
that
it.
makes sense because you
That
can
makes a lot of
see
sense.
there's a guardrail running along this entire thing.
Yeah, the entire road has something. Apparently, there's, besides the demon truck, there's also a cloaked woman for some reason. So apparently, in the last few years, fewer and fewer people have encountered the sinister demon truck and instead have begun to report encounters with a strange cloaked woman standing in the middle of the road.
No.
Okay, one legend seeker wrote, she was wearing a black coat with a hood. Soon as we saw her, we slammed on the brakes, but she didn't pay any attention to us. When we passed her, she looked up and into the car, and we could see that she didn't have any pupils. Freaked us the fuck out, and we hit the gas. But when we looked back, she was gone. We all saw her, so I know she was there.
Ooh. I like this sighting that goes along with it, this image.
Oh
Yeah, going
that is
along with this story, there is
terrifying.
a cropped image of literally it kind of looks like somebody went on Party City and found a Nazgul costume and then took the PNG of that and slapped it on the image of
Literally.
this road.
I'm scared, man.
Is that? I don't even know if that's the right road. I don't even know if that's
No,
the right
it's
road.
definitely not.
It's just a stock photo of a
definitely not.
road.
So to give a more of a human element to the story, I guess, there's not only this demon truck, but also this cloaked woman. Although
Maybe she drives the demon truck.
Well, yeah, but who's to say this wasn't just like Granny Mabel out like delivering bread to the neighbor's house by night? Because
True.
she doesn't even have any supernatural qualities.
Yeah, she does. She showed up. And then they hit her with a car or something. No, they didn't even hit her with a car. They just drove past her.
They passed her. The story says we saw a strange woman walking down the center of the road. She was wearing a black cloak with a hood. We passed her. She looked up. Oh, it does say she didn't have any pupils. Okay, so blind, deaf Granny Mabel is out, lost at night.
Maybe she was the first victim of the truck.
That's it.
Maybe.
It's the wife of the truck driver.
No. Ooh. Oh, I just got a car commercial and there's a truck driving through the woods.
Oh my
Is this actually footage? Oh my goodness, dude.
No.
Dude.
It knows you're marked. You've been marked by the demon truck.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and I'm getting an ad for quesadillas, man. Come on.
Whoa!
Whoa. Oh, Scout is actually angry mode though.
Scout is getting.
I'm actually concerned.
You should make an edit of just Scout barks from like the entire podcast.
Yeah, he's become
all
kind of a
recorded.
mascot. He's our celestial dog that guards the
he's about to
podcast,
die.
wards off demons and lizards. Always
Yeah,
oh,
they
there he
don't-
goes again.
Nah, guys, Scout is on another level right now. He is not sitting still at all. He's just running from place to place, just barking. Is he okay? Scout, are you okay?
He always goes crazy. You know what it is? It's because I'm on. That's what it is.
It probably
You're on,
is.
yeah.
It probably is. Are
Are
you
they-
sure you're not a reptile? Matthew, I thought you said we cleared this
Um,
guy.
I thought we did.
Uh,
I'm a little concerned.
Green
Ben,
eyes?
Ben, do you
Unexplained
have
scars?
red hair by any chance?
I know somebody does though. You know, fun fact about Scout is he he killed my laptop.
He did many
Wait,
years
what?
ago. I
Killed
remember
my
that.
laptop.
What is this
I remember
story?
that. That was a classic.
Classic Scout moment. My laptop had to be plugged in, like charging, and then Scout went over there and he like disconnected the charger from
Oh
the
no.
PC or the laptop, and it did not turn back on, and it was
Oh.
like dead.
Yeah, no, even when we put it in, no Scout, because he didn't just pull it out carefully. He's a dog,
Right.
so he just
It was-
ripped
He
it out.
exorcised
Yeah.
that laptop.
There was no more.
And I was like, this is unreal.
Dude, you were angry about that too.
I was not happy.
You were
I like
angry
that.
as heck.
That wasn't even my laptop. That was my mom's laptop.
So, in American lore, specifically Maryland lore, we have a goofy little creature called a Snallygaster that kind of shows up. It's really popular in the Maryland area, especially popular in the town of Middletown where I grew up. Basically, picture like a thing.
The Snallygaster
It's
is
spooky.
awesome.
I love this thing. It's kind of picture like a dragon-ish,
Sort of.
but also in a way like bird-ish. It has tentacles. It has a metal
Think
beak.
Angry Birds, but scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you
Yeah, I
picture
think
scary, like
it's
Angry Birds jump scare, Snallygaster.
yeah, it's basically this nasty looking bird reptile hybrid, but also with tentacles. It's kind of like it's a chimera basically.
It is the perfect D&D monster. It's not
It
like
really is, yeah.
it's not some insanely overpowered, unstoppable being, but it can do some damage if it needs to. Basically, what happened was the area in Maryland that it comes from was settled by German immigrants back in like the early 1700s, and they all said that they were terrorized by a monster that they called a Schnellergeist, which meant quick ghost. As the tale kind of went on, it became sort of half bird, half dragon, and then sort of became kind of like a demon creature. It became a whole
Yeah,
big
it
deal.
evolved.
Yeah.
It evolved.
Yeah,
pretty
half
heavily.
reptile, half bird, metallic beak, and razor sharp teeth alongside octopus like tentacles. So,
This is honestly a really like original cryptid, which I kind of like because most cryptids in spooky stories you find that have originated in the last like 20 years even, they're all like, oh, I saw a big ape, oh, I saw a spooky man with a cloak. Like
ooh,
this, you don't
this is its
hear
own
many
thing. This
Snallygaster
is
like,
very much its own thing. I love this guy.
yeah.
It's said that its screech sounds like a locomotive whistle. That's also read straight from the wiki. So it sounds like a train. That is my favorite thing about it.
Imagine hearing that.
Imagine you like walk out of your house at night, you've got your oil lamp and you heard something rustling around with the chickens, you're going to check on them. And then a
Oh, yeah.
locomotive whistle goes off like right above you on the roof of your
Right.
house
Like a
and the Schnellergeist flies away. Yeah. Exactly. Thomas the Tank Engine theme begins to
Yeah.
play and
That is the end, man.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I am the Snallygaster.
Oh,
actually.
Snallygaster on the podcast? No wonder Scout was
Yeah.
freaking out, dude.
can you do the whistle?
Yeah, it goes something like this.
Oh,
Hold on, let me try again. Let me try again.
no. Well, apparently it would fly down silently most of the time and just pick up
Oh,
his victims. They just
That's
swoop
right.
down, pick them up, and
it's an
leave.
ambush predator.
Maybe the locomotive whistle is what humans hear, but now like the sheep and whatnot.
Oh,
hear
you're
that.
right. Maybe they
Oh.
don't know.
It's like a dog whistle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's said that it sucks the blood of you, basically just removes your blood. And this is my favorite trait about it. Okay, this is actually really cool. So it has a like terrible phobia of 7-pointed stars.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, so barns in Maryland all over the place have 7-pointed
Yep.
stars, don't they?
Yeah. And that's like I remember growing up in the area with the Snallygaster, and you see barns and stuff everywhere with 7-pointed stars
Yeah.
on them. Like
A lot of them
if
still
they're
have
if
it.
they're old
Man.
enough, they still have them. It's pretty cool.
Apparently, the Snallygaster was a big deal. I mean, big enough that people were putting 7-pointed stars on their barns to ward it
Yeah.
off, but
Yeah,
also
it was a big deal.
there was a great string of publicity that erupted in newspaper accounts through February and March 1909. The Smithsonian Institution offered a reward for the hide, and U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt reportedly considered postponing an African safari to personally hunt the beast.
Bro.
I really wish this had happened. I wish that Theodore Roosevelt had gone on the Snallygaster quest.
I know.
That would have been great.
Because
cried.
it says that he wanted to personally hunt it. So this was going to be like a one-on-one battle.
We should go on a Snallygaster hunt.
I already know what to do. when
Yeah,
we
like-
encounter one. We got a plan. I think our plan included sheep, a net, a harpoon gun, a boarding gun, like a naval boarding gun that my friend has, and also I believe magnets.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. The
Yeah.
Snallygaster has a metal beak, right? So if we had a
Yeah.
bunch of magnets,
Dude, you're
we
right.
could like pull it in.
Oh my gosh,
So-
now we're on to it. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Scout, what's happening? Where's the spirit?
Uh-oh. Scout caught it.
You got it,
He,
bro.
he caught a demon?
He got a demon. He's got it right here.
Oh, Scout could be our hunting dog.
yeah. Scout could ward it off.
what we do is we blast off a locomotive whistle to lure it in, and then
Yeah.
then once it's coming close, we grab the magnet out, get a big magnet, suck them in, and then Scout busts out of the backpack.
Scout jumps out. Scout attacks.
Scout jumps
Snallygaster.
out and just uses his like Super Saiyan bark to
Yes.
destroy it, to
Yes.
atomize the beast. He'll exercise it.
We wouldn't have anything left of the Snallygaster after that.
That's
it would
true.
be
Just
dead.
a hollow metal beak, and that's all that'd be left.
Yes, dude.
Wait, what? The Snallygaster died?
No.
Where? What? Is it true?
So I'm just trying to get the full story here before I read it, but it looks like a newspaper reported that the creature had been killed and showed a picture of the body.
No.
Okay, so basically, yeah, there were a ton of sightings in like the early 1900s, and so there was quite a stir, and the pressure was on for somebody to actually get the Snallygaster on film or photograph it. And
okay.
in order to avoid a panic, the Baltimore Sun reported that the Snallygaster had died in November of 1932. Like, that's gonna... Oh, never mind. Everybody go home. The cryptid has been slain.
Guys,
There's
we got
nothing to
it.
talk
All
about
right,
here.
We're good.
A shadowy photo of the dead creature accompanied a questionable account of how it had drowned in a vat of whiskey mash, sorry, on a Baltimore country farm.
Oh.
What a way for
What?
it to go. Come
it
on,
drowned
you
in a
can't do
vat
it
of
like that.
whiskey.
Apparently, after it drowned, by suspicious coincidence, the article
Yeah.
says, the report stated that the federal prohibition officers inadvertently blew up the still before the carcass could be
That's
examined.
convenient.
Aw,
So what does that mean? They just messed up the photo? I don't know my
So this guy
camera terms.
it went for a little sip, drowned, and then it got blown up by the FPO.
No,
They're
okay.
like,
Wait. I don't think the carcass was destroyed. I think the still photo.
the still itself that it was in
The
was
photo?
blown up.
Wait, what does that mean? The report stated the federal prohibition officers inadvertently blew up the still before the carcass could be examined.
They blew it up inadvertently, without intention, accidentally. So it was an accident that they did this.
Can you imagine living like 100, 200 years ago? You could like murder somebody and just say, "Oh, Snallygaster did it," and people be like, "Oh man,
Man, simpler
Oh,
times,
that's rough.
bro.
that's what I'm saying."
Simpler
dude.
times.
Life was easy.
Take me back.
So if you know of more cryptids than just like Bigfoot, you've probably heard of the Loveland Frogmen.
Loveland Frog.
The Loveland Frogmen are a rich piece of Ohio folklore, and they are pretty much exactly what they sound like. Some guy driving down the road at night sees some funky-looking dudes. He's like, "Oh, what they doing? What the dog doing?" And it turns out it's not a dog. It's not some dudes. It's some frogmen standing there, and then they hop away, and that's the whole story.
That's it.
Man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for listening to this
all right,
episode of the
fellas.
Deep Lore Boys
There we
podcast.
go.
Make sure to
Thanks, guys.
drop a like.
When you look this thing up, they're saying it was more likely a large tailless iguana, but I'm calling bull. on
Yeah,
Yeah,
frankly.
that no.
that doesn't seem
I'm
right.
sorry. When I see an iguana, I'm like, yeah, that's a 4-foot tall frog.
Yeah, they
I
were
don't
described as
think so.
being about 4 feet tall. I
Yeah.
think one of them had clothing,
No.
and another
dude.
one
What?
allegedly held up a wand over its head that fired a spray of sparks.
Dude.
So they're wizards.
Wizard frog race. I wish we had a race of sentient frogmen that just like
we
lived
do,
in,
apparently.
really, like, in swamps and stuff.
Apparently they're real. Oh wait, do you guys see this police report? Apparently, on March 3rd, 1972, at 1 a.m. exactly, Loveland police officer Ray Shockey was driving on Riverside Drive near the Totes Boot Factory and the Little Miami River when an unidentified animal scurried across the road in front of his vehicle. He reported spotting the animal crouched like a frog before it momentarily stood erect to climb over the guardrail and back down towards the river. A second Loveland police officer, Mark Matthews, shout out, reported seeing an unidentified animal crouched along the road in the same vicinity as Shockey's sighting. Matthew
Mm.
shot the animal,
Yo.
recovered the body.
Whoa.
According to Matthews, it was a large iguana,
What?
about 3 to 5 feet long, and he didn't
What?
immediately recognize it because it's missing its tail.
Okay, so this was an actual iguana.
This actual tailless iguana.
Okay.
So there is the
Well-
iguana incident. But that being said, do iguanas have wands and cloaks and shoot sparks?
I don't think so.
I don't think they
no.
do.
What I'm ashamed of here is that, like, in every cryptid story out there, you're like, why didn't you just take out a camera and get a picture, or take out a gun and shoot it? Shoot down the Snallygaster, and they never
Right.
do. This was the one guy,
Yeah, they actually did.
Mark Matthews, that
Yeah.
actually did it, and he shot an iguana. He wasted the shot on a non-cryptid creature.
Yeah.
That's
I
awkward.
cannot believe it.
Whoa, wait. No way. In 2016, 2 kids playing Pokemon Go found a Loveland frog.
It was later revealed to be a local
Ah.
student from the high school in a homemade frog
Ugh.
costume.
Not possible.
Lame.
Have you guys seen this? There's this classic, like, I don't know, painting or artist recreation of like a frog crawling over a guardrail, and that's one photo commonly associated with the Loveland Frogmen. But there's another one that allegedly somebody took, and it's just this like little guy in the water at night, and his eyes are glowing, or at least they're
Yeah.
reflecting the light.
Yes.
Oh, he's beautiful. There's also just these pictures of just 2 yellow eyes and nothing else, just pitch black.
Yeah, just pitch darkness. People on the internet seem to like there's 2 different camps for the frogmen. You're either like embracing how goofy they are, wandering around. It's just this obscure story. This one guy who's unnamed, as far as I can tell, is on an unnamed road, sees a frog with a sparkler. So there's that camp of people that say, wow, this is really goofy. But then there's this other like tribe of Redditors who try to make this the scariest thing imaginable and come up
it
with all
is,
these
dude.
really cursed, grainy
It is.
frog images.
Yes.
Like if you scroll through Google Images long enough, you'll find plenty of both camps, the goofy camp and the spooky camp.
Hot take, guys, but I believe everything. I believe all of it.
Hey, as I've stated from the beginning of this podcast, it's real until proven fake.
Yeah.
I really
So-
love that approach. I don't know if we've ever actually like clarified that in the recordings that have gone up on the channel, but Matthew has a particular approach when we go into all lore, whether it's cryptids, whether it's real history, whatever, that whatever we're reading is absolutely real until proven to be fake.
No, that is actually how I
Real
look at
until proven not real.
I think
Yes.
that's a beautiful approach to everything we go over, especially the Loveland Frogmen.
Especially that.
Hi again, it's Jesse. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Deep Lore Boys podcast. You can find more episodes of our show on YouTube and Spotify, which we encourage you to share with your friends so we can grow the podcast. And drop a comment down below if you're feeling extra generous. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope your day is nothing short of interesting. Take care.
I'm going to go post that one on twitter.com.